Hello and welcome to today's short lecture. We're going to do a review of what we learned last week about how to use the flying seed to begin an endeavor, a project of any kind, or a business, as well as what you're supposed to be doing every day with the flying seed. This is our standard schedule. Every other week we introduce new information about the flying seed, and then on the odd weeks we review the information that we learned about the flying seed. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that for those of you who are interested in taking the Flying Seed Teacher Training course, our next one is going to be November 10th and 11th at the Western Gate of Knowledge in Los Angeles. Call our office for information about that. This is the last course that we will give this year for the teacher training course. Also, remember what I said a couple weeks ago. Even though it is called a teacher training course, and it does give you the ability to teach other people about the flying seed, it gives you the knowledge and the experience to do that, it is not purely just for someone who wants to be a teacher of the flying seed. The information that you get at the teacher training course, most of it is information that you will want just for yourself. It will be the ability to find your mission seeds, the 3 permanent mission seeds. It will be the ability to find your essence seed. Those things you will be able to do at the teacher training course, and those are very important things. It will give you the opportunity to have your inception treatment, your appellation treatment, and your mission treatment. Again, valuable things that are offered at this course. So even though the name is teacher training course, you would just as easily call it a great personal benefits course of the flying seed because of everything that you receive personally from the course. So again, call the office. We are just about to close the enrollment period for the course because we have to know an exact number of people who will be attending before we get started. Okay, let's begin with our preparations for reviewing the daily activities. Our morning activities have not changed. Inception, appellation, mission, the daily seed, the essence seed if you have it. These are all things that we do in the morning. In the evening, this changed a few weeks ago when Lantos introduced the seed of hope. The seed of hope we find using the moon wings, and we let fly the moon wings in the evening time using the intent, I am hope. Then we don't put the wheel for that seed on the flying seed. Instead, we put it in our right hand. And we take the wheel of hope that would normally sit alongside the flying seed and we put it in our left hand. And we create using the seed phrase. So we find the phrase for that seed, and that's the intent that we use to do our creating technique while holding the wheel of hope in the left hand and the seed wheel in the right hand. After we finish that, we set aside the seed wheel. You'll want to sleep with that under your pillow at night, so that you have it with you throughout the night. But you can set it aside for right now. Put the wheel of hope back next to the flying seed. Then you will go through your I am seeds. However, it's with a twist. You will do your I am seeds, but you will do the reflective seeds for the inception, the appellation, and the mission seeds. And we sent out a table that let you find the reflective seeds for each of your seeds. Now, you will also do these in reverse order, starting with mission, followed by appellation, followed by inception. 3 to 5 minutes for each of these. And this will finish up your evening technique. Other seeds that you want to do, you may do throughout the day, any seed that you want. You can use the moon wings and find any seed that you want for any purpose. But you should not introduce it alongside the sunrise seeds or the sunset seeds. They should be timed on their own. Now, something that we found last week, information from Lantos, new information from Lantos on using the flying seed to help you begin any endeavor. Now, this Could be a lifelong endeavor, starting a business that you may hope to carry you through your life. This may be a short-term endeavor. It could be a vacation that you're planning, a one-week vacation for your family. It could be a term project for a child. It could be any short-term thing. So long-term, short-term, doesn't matter. Any project, any endeavor, any business that you start, you can use the flying seed to help enliven support for that project, for that endeavor. Lantos said that we always begin with the inception. The inception always begins the project. Now, in this, he explained, we enliven the inception seed in the days leading up to the beginning of this project. So how do we find the inception seed? We use the moonwings. This is the first two methods of using the moonwings to find the inception seed for a project. The first one is to use the moonwings at one of the gates of knowledge, the eastern or western gate of knowledge, which if you're planning on starting a project soon, the only way to do that is to go to the teacher training course in November for the western gate. Otherwise, while using the moonwings in the presence of one of the gates is the best way to find this information. The next best way would be to use the moonwings at home or at another location. You will not have the same clear atmosphere, the same great degree of light that you will appreciate at the western gate or eastern gate of knowledge, but you still use the moonwings with the same intent, and you get your inception seed based on that. The third method that Lantos gave, he said that you could examine all of the seeds, all 81 seeds, and you could find out where the bands of support for the inception seed happen to be located. And then you would find one that would have the greatest support for you at your location or at whatever location would be relevant. Let's say that you're going to travel to southern Florida for a vacation and you want it to be as successful as possible, as enjoyable as possible. Find a band that travels through Miami or Fort Lauderdale, anywhere in southern Florida. And that would be the way that you would do this. Of course, that requires 81 different location harmonics consultations, which will not only be expensive, but time-consuming. So that is not your best option for finding the inception seed. Using the moonwings is certainly a better option. How do you use the moonwings then to find the inception seed? You let fly the moonwings 4 times, using the intent each time, I am the way. Now remember, last week, when I read this information from Lantos, Lantos specifically said that this could be used for anything where you are seeking direction, where you want to know the way, the path forward. What is the best thing to do right now? In any project, at any point along the path, if you need help, if you need direction, you use this intent. I am the way. And you let fly the moonwings. You do this 4 times and it gives you a seed. So for this project, how to prepare, enliven, support for an endeavor, this will give you the inception seed for that project, for that endeavor or business. Then what you do is you enliven that inception seed. You take the primary wheel for it, you put it on the seed, on the flying seed, and you enliven it using the seed phrase, just as we enliven your normal inception seed, your normal appellation seed, your normal mission seed. We do the same thing for the endeavor's inception seed, enlivening it. You should not do it during the sunrise seed set. You should not do it during the sunset seeds practice. You can do it any other time during the day, however, and you should do it each day leading up to the beginning of the project. So when should you begin your project? Once you have the inception seed, you go on the website and you will find out what day. Just keep going forward through the daily seed calculator, well actually the inception seed calculator, because the daily seed just automatically calculates it for the current time frame. But you can go to the inception seed calculator and you just set it for today, then tomorrow, then the next day, then the next day. And you follow all the way through that process into the future until it says, okay, between this hour in the morning and this hour in the afternoon, or this hour and this hour during the evening time, that seed number that is your endeavor's inception seed will be the inception seed, will be that seed that is active during that period of time. That gives you a window of time in which you can begin your endeavor. Now, if this is beginning a project at school, you can do this, provided you plan far enough in advance so that the inception seed happens before the due date of your project. If this is starting a book that you're writing or a piece of art, then perhaps time isn't so important. So you can wait 3 or 4 weeks if necessary to begin the project. Same thing with the business. If you are making preparations to start a business and you know that 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks from now, you will begin the business, that means that you will file the paperwork with the state to begin that corporation or partnership or limited liability company, beginning the inception, the life of that business during that period of time. If you're planning a vacation, it's harder to do this around the inception seed, and I understand that. Try to do your best with it nonetheless. So this is how we use the flying seed to enliven support for any endeavor, any project that you may have. Okay. Thanks for joining today for this brief review of the knowledge that we have recently received about using the flying seed, how to use it each morning, each evening with the seed of hope and the reflective seeds, how to use it to support any business or endeavor or project that you want to engage in. And remember the teacher training course in Los Angeles, November 10th and 11th. If you are interested in going, we need to hear from you as soon as possible. So call into the office for that. Everyone, have a great week, and I will see you either sometime this week or next Sunday.